in Anambra State, where Peter Obi comes from, APGA has the presidential candidate, Owoseni Ajayi, says, yeah, even from his state, yes, so APGA has a candidate. What does that mean? That Peter Obi will not get the kind of a vote people are expecting him to have during the upcoming election? Then, time shall tell. We'll see when the time comes. The former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Ekiti State, Owoseni Ajayi, had dismissed the claims that the 2023 presidential election will be keenly contested by three top contenders. He said that the election will be between the All Progressives Congress candidate Bola Tinubu and the People's Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar. Ajayi said that although the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi is a competent candidate, he doesn't see his style producing good results for him during the election. He said that if Peter Obi must win in 2 states, then those 2 states will be in the southeast. So in the report which was made by the Punch, Ajayi said that the Labour Party does not have structures across the country. They keep saying this thing. Peter Obi has no structure, but the movement is gaining ground and increasing by the day. So Peter Obi, the Labour Party does not have structure across the country, and that campaigning on social media is not going to yield any results. He said that even in Anambra State, where Peter Obi hails from, the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, has a presidential candidate, and that if Peter Obi must stand a chance of getting good vote from Anambra, then he needs to consult with the state governor, Charles Soludo. He said the Labour Party candidate has no structure to win election. Campaigning on social media cannot yield result in the Nigeria of today. In Ekiti State today, where is the structure of Labour Party, who is their chairman in the state, and for most of the states in the country, on the election day, elections are determined and won by the structure of the political parties, because they are the ones to arrange the agents, mobilize members to come out and vote on election day. Speaking further, he added, even in Anambra State, where Peter Obi comes from and was governor, the All Progressive Grand Alliance is ruling there. APGA has a presidential candidate unless Obi is able to persuade Governor Charles Soludo. That is the only way he can be able to secure 50% votes in Anambra State. So what do you have to say about this statement from Owoseni? Feel free to put in your comment. Yes, so Owoseni has spoken his own mind that in the upcoming election, we should not expect Peter Obi to win. The contest is between the PDP and the APC aspirants or presidential candidates, because Peter Obi does not have structure, Labour Party does not have structure. That even for him to win 50% of the votes in his own state, which is Anambra State, he need to consult with the state governor, Charles Soludo, because APGA has a presidential candidate there as well. This structure, they talk about structure. I just don't understand. Just like I said in the previous video, ignoring Peter Obi or thinking that he's a walkover will be a mistake. So saying that Peter Obi will not win election because he has no structure, he has to change his pattern and strategy. Campaigning on social media will not help in the Nigeria of today. What works in Nigeria of today? Sharing money to electorates, or sharing money to communities. That is sharing rice, 1 cup of rice and 50 naira, 5,000 naira to buy people's voters card ahead of election. Is that the structure? So when they say Peter Obi does not have structure, now they are seeing how Peter Obi is making waves. So 1 million march in every state today, that is almost happening nearly in almost several number of states. Is that not a structure? Who are those people? Where are they coming from? Are they not Nigerians? So from among those each millions that are coming out to campaign for him in each state, won't there be structure? Won't there be people who will be available to arrange for voting, to arrange for monitoring of the election, to avoid the election fraud? So when they say Peter Obi does not have structure, it amazes me because it is just um, a cheap way of campaigning, trying to turn their eyes away from Peter Obi as if he's a cheap walkover. Peter Obi will never be a cheap walkover. His obedience, that is his followers and supporters, will also never be a cheap walkover because those guys are going to ensure that they are on ground to monitor election. They are on ground to arrange people that will vote and to arrange people that will see that elections are counted and returned properly. So I don't know what Owoseni is saying, but that is his own opinion. He's comparing other states between Ekiti State and Anambra State. It doesn't. For me, saying what he's saying doesn't hold water. Those are old rhetorics. Now election is starting fully this September, and between now and February next year, when election will take place, is quite a long time as well for things to be put in place, for structure to be put in place, for resources to be put together. That thing they call structure will appear and they will be surprised to see that this man already had a structure. One thing I like Peter Obi is that he is just talking on the issues. He is not revealing his strategy. And because he's not revealing his strategy, they are now mistaking it to be that he has no structure. That's a very big mistake. Because he's a very wise man, he's a very smart man. He's not talking so much about how he's going. He has told them, when you say I don't have structure, look at the people coming out on a daily basis. That is structure. Look at the situation we have in the country that requires attention to correct. That is the structure. All the things that are going wrong in this country, corruption activities, correcting it is a structure. So when they say it doesn't have structure, it's not going to come out and then begin to dole out dollars and pounds and naira, bribing people, buying people's voters' card to vote for him, because he's not doing that. So they say it doesn't have a structure. For me, he has the best of structures. Getting a support without influencing them and without giving them money is the best ever. This is the first time we're having a presidential candidate that is having a very globalized acceptance by all and sundry, everybody. So whatever they're going to say, let them not just find a way to nail him down and say he doesn't have a structure, that is why he's failing. But I know that he will not fail. And even if he does not become the president come 2023, yes, he will go home gallantly. It will be on record that he had contested, he has done the best, but Nigerians have chosen who they want to choose. And there is no big deal about it. Well, if we're not tired of the current state of the country, then we'll continue to be in it. And then at the end of the day, nobody should complain. So people should leave Peter Obi alone. Is he the only one coming out for this presidential race? You people should call Jagaban, Atiku, and other presidential aspirants in other parties. Yes, everybody is just diverting attention to Peter Obi, not knowing that by doing so, they are just making him more popular. In fact, they are indirectly campaigning for him. That is the truth. So the thing is shifting what the issues are and focusing on one person doesn't make sense. It means that they don't have anything to offer. That is the truth. Someone is saying, I'm happy Peter Obi is the talking point of Nigerian politics today. What about you? But that's correct. Other political parties and their own aspirants have forgotten their own party programs and they're talking about Peter Obi. And somebody will say that he will not win election because he does not have structure. And somebody is saying that, and that is why another person is saying that he should not be ignored, because it will happen that he has the best of structures ever. So someone is saying that Yobi should also leave Asiwaju alone, as all his campaigns all he campaigns about is discrediting Asiwaju. He has not said anything so much about other candidates. That is the truth. So when somebody throws stones at him and he responds, that doesn't mean he's attacking. He's reacting to attacks that are given to him. So I've not seen Peter Obi initiating attack on any aspirant or on any supporter so far. Whatever Peter Obi has said about Asiwaju in the few days past, he was reacting to what was said about him. So don't just throw stone on somebody's house and expect a thank you from the person. He must react. That is it. So this is what this man has said, that Peter Obi don't have structure, so he will not win the election. The time shall tell. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment below as well.